So you say he's not a racist. Stay, leave. I genuinely don't care which one you choose. If you think I'm wrong, stay and push back. Ask your questions. Drop your receipts in the comments. But if you know in your gut that what I'm about to say is true, stay anyway, because we need to talk about this. Donald Trump has a habit, a very specific, very documented habit. And it goes like this. Anytime someone he feels has disrespected him, challenged him, embarrassed him, or simply told him no, he reaches into his bag and pulls out the same insult. Low IQ, stupid, dumb, not smart enough. I want to take a second to thank my 10 views and my 20 subscribers. Y'all need to do better. Now back to the receipts. Now, before somebody types the comment I already know is coming, yes, he has said it to some white people too. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Joe Biden. He has said it. That is true. Write it down, put it on your wall, feel better about yourself. But here is what you can't argue with, the data. Mother Jones reviewed 4 years of posts on his Truth Social account and found he used the phrase low IQ at least 50 times. 60% of those were aimed at Black or brown people. That's just in writing. Truthout went deeper and looked specifically at his second term in office. From January 20th, 2025 through April of 2026, Trump posted about IQ 24 times. 84% of those posts targeted people of color. And in his first 10 months back in office, he never once called a white person low IQ. Not once. That's not an opinion. That's a spreadsheet. So who exactly has he called low IQ or some version of it? Let me give you the list. Kamala Harris, whom he called a moron, stupid, slow, and a very low IQ individual. Ketanji Brown Jackson, a double Harvard graduate and the first Black woman on the Supreme Court, and he called her, quote, that new low IQ person that somehow found her way to the bench. Hakeem Jeffries, Maxine Waters, Jasmine Crockett, Al Green, Al Sharpton, Charlemagne the God, Letitia James, Fani Willis, Brandon Johnson, Stacey Abrams, the hosts of The View, Black reporters, and now, as of this week, Stephen A. Smith. And it doesn't stop at individuals. He called Somali immigrants, an entire nation of people, low IQ, a whole country. Now here is where I get personal, because I want to say this directly. I genuinely wish, that one of these people would call his bluff. Challenge him to a public IQ test. On camera, in front of the world, no prep time, no handlers, no teleprompter, just the test. Because here's what we know about Donald Trump's own academic record. He graduated from the Wharton School in 1968. He has claimed for years that he graduated first in his class. First in his class. The 1968 Wharton Commencement Program does not list his name among honor graduates. He is not on the dean's list. He graduated without honors. His own lawyers threatened schools to prevent his grades and SAT scores from ever being released. Not requested they stay private. Threatened. Michael Cohen testified to that under oath before Congress. Some classmates and at least one former professor described him as not academically distinguished. Those are their words, not mine. This is the man calling Ketanji Brown Jackson low IQ. And I want to make this even more personal. He can call me out if he wants to. I'll take the test. And I want you to understand something when I say that. I had a baby stroke. I am sitting here, having lived through that, and I will still step up to that plate before this man does, because he won't. He is not going to take that test. He was scared to show his transcripts. He is going to keep calling other people dumb, because calling other people dumb is the only way he doesn't have to prove he isn't. That is the definition of white privilege. Not just having access and opportunity that others don't. It's the ability to question everyone else's intelligence while hiding your own record behind lawyers and threats, and nobody makes you answer for it. If you are white and you've made it this far, good. I'm glad you stayed. because now you have seen the numbers. Now you have seen the names. Now you have seen who he targets and how often. And you have to decide what you call that. Because here's what I know. When white politicians cross him, he calls them weak. When white women oppose him, he calls them nasty. But when black people, black women especially, when we stand up and say something, he goes straight to stupid, straight to low IQ. Every single time. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And patterns tell you everything you need to know about a person. So you say he's not a racist. Look at the list again. Look at the numbers again. Look at who he targets and who he spares. And then you tell me what you see. Because I already know what I see. I'm making this with my 10 views and my 20 subscribers. And if you're one of them, I need you to show me more love than that. Share this video. Subscribe. Leave a comment even if you disagree. This kind of work deserves more eyes on it. This is Systematic Audit.